From the quiet suburbs of Phoenix, Arizona, to the glittering lights of Hollywood, Mason Thames has journeyed from a childhood of dreams to the reality of stardom. Though still young, his story is one of remarkable discipline, unexpected opportunities, and a passion for performing that began long before he ever stepped foot on a major film set. For fans who have watched his meteoric rise, Mason Thames is more than just a talented actor. He represents the future of the entertainment industry, a symbol of how talent, timing, and perseverance can create a star out of a child with a dream. Mason Thames was born on July 10, 2007, in Phoenix, Arizona, to a supportive and tight-knit family. From an early age, Mason showed an extraordinary curiosity about the world around him and a deep love for storytelling. His parents, recognizing his unique interest in acting and performing, encouraged his creativity but never pushed him into the industry. Instead, they fostered a home environment filled with imagination, books, movies, and music. It wasn't long before Mason began expressing an interest in the performing arts, and his parents supported his participation in local theater and school performances. Before Hollywood came calling, Mason's journey started with ballet. At just 11 years old, he was accepted into a prestigious professional ballet company and began touring as a dancer. This early experience gave Mason a rare discipline and stage presence that would later become central to his acting career. Ballet taught him timing, physical expression, and the art of storytelling without word skills that would later inform his emotional performances on screen. This background also set him apart from many young actors his age, showcasing his ability to commit, rehearse, and perform at a high level even under pressure. Mason's big break came almost by accident. While attending a local acting workshop, he caught the attention of a talent scout who encouraged him to audition for television roles. With limited experience in front of the camera, but armed with raw talent and ballet stage poise, Mason landed his first acting role in 2019. That year, he appeared in an episode of the Apple TV Plus series For All Mankind, where he portrayed a young version of one of the main characters. Though it was a small part, his performance was praised for its authenticity and maturity, and it opened the doors for further opportunities in the entertainment industry. The real turning point in Mason's career, however, came in 2021, when he was cast in the leading role in the psychological horror film The Black Phone. Directed by Scott Derrickson and produced by Blumhouse Productions, the film was based on a short story by Joe Hill. Mason starred as Finney Shaw, a 13-year-old boy who is abducted by a sadistic killer known as the Grabber. Played by Ethan Hawke, the role demanded intense emotional depth, as Finney not only faced terrifying circumstances, but also had to carry the narrative through themes of trauma, resilience, and supernatural survival. At just 14 years old, Mason delivered a performance that stunned critics and audiences alike. His portrayal of Finney was praised for its emotional honesty, vulnerability, and strength. Many film reviewers remarked that Mason's work in The Black Phone rivaled performances by seasoned adult actors. It wasn't just his ability to cry on cue or display fear, it was his subtle gestures, his inner monologue expressed through his eyes, and the weight he brought to a story that could have easily collapsed under a less capable actor. Ethan Hawke himself publicly praised Mason's performance and work ethic, calling him a true talent with an incredible future. The success of The Black Phone catapulted Mason into the spotlight. The film grossed over $160 million globally and became a cult favorite among horror fans. Mason was no longer just a newcomer. He was now one of Hollywood's most promising young actors. Overnight, he went from red carpet rookie to a name that casting directors and producers wanted to work with. Yet despite the fame, Mason remained grounded. He credited his family for helping him stay humble and focused on the work rather than the fame that came with it. In interviews, Mason has spoken about how he prepared for his roles, including the psychological toll of playing a kidnapped child in such an intense film. He worked closely with coaches to understand the emotions of fear, loneliness, and survival. He also collaborated with director Scott Derrickson to bring a sense of realism and relatability to the character of Finney. His mature approach to acting, especially at such a young age, is a testament to both his professionalism and his deep passion for the craft. Following the success of The Black Phone, Mason began receiving offers for more diverse roles. In 2022 and 2023, he was cast in several high-profile projects, including the much-anticipated live-action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon, where he was set to play the lead role of Hiccup. The casting was a major step in his career, signaling his transition from dramatic roles to family-friendly blockbusters. The film, expected to release in 2025, has generated massive excitement, with fans eager to see how Mason brings the beloved animated character to life on the big screen. Outside of acting, Mason has continued to develop his skills in music and dance. He has expressed interest in directing and writing in the future, and he's been working on developing stories of his own. In interviews, he often talks about his admiration for filmmakers like Christopher Nolan and Jordan Peele, and he dreams of one day creating films that challenge audiences both emotionally and intellectually. Despite his rising fame, Mason Thames lives a relatively balanced life. He continues his education through online programs to accommodate his filming schedule, and he values time with his family and friends. He's known among his peers for his humility, sense of humor, and commitment to improving his craft. His social media presence is carefully curated, reflecting his maturity and understanding of his role as a public figure. Unlike many child stars who burn out under the pressure of fame, Mason appears to have the emotional intelligence and support system necessary to thrive. Mason has also been using his platform to advocate for mental health awareness, especially among young people. He's spoken candidly about the challenges of growing up in the spotlight and the importance of self-care. This advocacy work has endeared him to fans and gained him respect within the entertainment industry. In an age where young celebrities are often scrutinized for their behavior, Mason stands out as a role model for resilience, responsibility, and artistic passion. With each new role, Mason Thames continues to evolve as an artist. His range, from emotionally complex dramas to adventurous blockbusters, sets him apart from many of his peers. Directors and producers who have worked with him frequently note his discipline on set, his intuitive understanding of character development, and his ability to connect with both co-stars and audiences. As his career unfolds, many are already predicting that Mason could become one of the defining actors of his generation. In 2024, Mason joined the cast of the action thriller Boys of Summer alongside Mel Gibson, another milestone that showcased his ability to work with veteran actors in challenging narratives. In the film, Mason plays a teenager who uncovers a supernatural mystery in his hometown, a story that blends action, horror, and coming-of-age themes. Once again, Mason's performance was a highlight, adding emotional depth to what could have been a conventional genre film. Looking to the future, Mason Thames shows no signs of slowing down. With major roles lined up, and industry buzz growing louder with each passing project, the young actor is poised for a long and impactful career. But beyond the bright lights and red carpets, it is Mason's dedication to storytelling that truly defines him. Whether he's portraying a frightened boy trapped in a basement or a dragon-riding hero of legend, Mason approaches every role with sincerity, focus, and a desire to move people through his work. He once said in an interview, "I want people to feel something when they watch me. If they cry, if they laugh, if they think about something differently, that's what makes it all worth it." These words reflect the heart of Mason Thames, not just as an actor, but as an artist who understands the power of performance. Still only in his teens, Mason's greatest chapters are yet to be written. But if his journey so far is any indication, audiences can expect not just great performances, but meaningful contributions to the world of film and storytelling for decades to come. The story of Mason Thames is still unfolding, and the world is watching, ready to be inspired by every new role, every new risk, and every new revelation he brings to the screen.